Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, what you staring at? You looking dumb dumb. No, I don't ever hold my tongue. I will never be what you expect. Maybe you need to get your eyes checked.
What up, guys?
Welcome back to our channel. This is Sherry.
And this is Sid. So today we're going to talk about a topic on which we created a video last month, which was marketing jobs in Canada. So with that video, we got a lot of requests on Instagram and on YouTube that how do we go about applying for jobs? How do we contact recruiters? What's the right method to apply for marketing jobs in Canada? Scope for digital marketing and whatnot. So we thought that answering through DMs won't suffice because the list was endless. And that's why we thought we'll pick one of those topics and create a full video on that. So today's video is gonna be about what all questions were asked to me and Sherry during our job interviews.
We are going to talk about how thorough the interviews are and what kind of questions they do ask you in your interviews. But watch the video till the end because I am going to tell you the deal breaker for my interview. Why my 15-minute scheduled interview became a 40-minute interview at the end, and how those 5 minutes changed that scenario for me and I got that job. So watch the video till the end and let's begin.
Yeah. So let's start with the question and answer series, that how we got through our interviews. Mostly we'll cater to Sherry's interview because her interview was like a 45-minute interview and the game-changing thing that helped us. So we're gonna mostly focus on that. Okay, so let's start with the questions.
So I'm going to have another interview today. डर लग रहा है.
Yeah. So the first question that was asked was, where did you do your schooling and what sort of extracurricular activities you did?
One thing I want to tell you is when I entered, I told this in the last video as well, they had looked at my resume and they did their own research before I entered there. So mentioning everything in your resume is really important. Everything you want to be discussed in that interview. So yes, as Siddharth asked, they started with my schooling and they asked about what school I went to. Though it was in India and I am not even I have not studied even from Canada, but they wanted to know about my school in India. So they asked me what subjects I took there. They asked me if I ever participated in extra co-curricular activities. So I told them I used to participate in a lot of dance competitions or those annual day functions, and they wanted to know more about it. So that was the conversation starter for us, and we discussed about my schooling from nursery to the 12th grade in quite detail. So it wasn't just that they wanted to know about the school, but they wanted to know all the details about my school life and what kind of child I was at that time.
So the main tip here is that whatever you are writing on your resume, just be double sure and double thorough with all those things. Otherwise, you are just fooling the interviewer and they're gonna grill you like anything.
Because of course they know. For my interview at least, they had researched about it. So if I was going to lie in that interview, they would know. So there's no point lying, and whatever you want to be asked, make your resume strategically about that.
So after schooling, did they ask you about your graduation and post-graduation as well?
Of course, they wanted to know about my schooling, so they were more keen to know about my graduation and post-graduation. So for graduation, I told them I did it from Delhi University. I'm not sure if they knew the value of Delhi University, but they wanted to know more about what Delhi University is. So I told them about, our university, what kind of colleges are there, and about my college specifically. So then we went on discussing about the degree I have done for my graduation. So I am a sociology honors graduate, and they wanted to understand how that subject helped me in my career overall. So we discussed about that, and then we went on to discuss about why I decided to do MBA. And MBA, I want to say, was the one of the game changers for me because it added value to my resume, and they were very impressed that I am an MBA. So that is why we said in our previous video as well, having an MBA degree does add value to your resume. We discussed about my MBA, and also we discussed about how MBA helped in my personal and professional development. I think this interview was very nice in terms of they wanted to know not just about my job experience, but also about what kind of personality I have developed over the years due to my schooling, my graduation, or even my post graduation. So they didn't want to just know about my job experience. That came in at a very later part of the interview, but our initial point of discussion was all about my studies. So having a good educational background is really important so as to get shortlisted for that job and have a conversation starter in your interview.
So the next questions were with regards to the previous jobs that Sherry had done, and what did they exactly ask you, that what sort of work that you had done in your previous job?
So yeah, half of my interview was about my educational experience, but then more than half of it was of course about my job experience. So before applying for this job, I had done 2 jobs in India before that, and they wanted to know about both the jobs I did, not just my role but about the company as well. And they had also done their prior research about my companies too. So it wasn't just my resume, but my company had actually looked at what kind of companies I had worked for. So previously in India, I was always at the agency side. So I was working with 2 marketing agencies and digital marketing agencies to be precise. So they wanted to know what kind of clients I have worked for, because when you're working in an agency, you have an experience of diverse industries. So it didn't end here. They had looked at my previous organization's website, and of course the organizations list what brands have they worked with. So my employers wanted to know what were the clients out of these listed did I work for. And when I told them that these 3 or 4 were the ones who I was handling, so they actually asked me what kind of campaigns I did for them. So I explained about the campaigns, and I also explained how those campaigns can actually help this company as well. So I interrelated my previous experience with how that experience can actually help this company. So it was a very lengthy interview where I was grilled for everything I have done in all these years.
Another thing that we want to mention here is just try to throw those points which have an impact on the recruiter, because otherwise if you just throw random and generic statements, they might not be that impressed. If you can show a dollar value against what you did in the campaign, that would be highly appreciated by the employer, and then they would be more convinced and more keen to know about you.
So you can actually tell them that with your campaign, how much business did that brand generate, or you can, if it wasn't a sales based campaign, you can tell how that helped in branding. So talk about results in your resume as well as in your interview, and not just about your roles and responsibilities, but deliverables and results are very important.
Yes. As we talked about in our marketing jobs video as well, that an impact based resume with the concrete deliverables would have a higher impact. Right. So make sure you throw those points in the interview as well.
Numbers always help.
Yeah. So the most important thing was that Sherry had worked for multiple industries, and since she had a services experience as well, so that basically gelled with what industry they were in. And also another tip that we wanted to give was that it's not important that you mention about your clients, because there might be SLAs with your previous organizations that you cannot really disclose your client names, but nevertheless you can mention about what all industries you have worked with, which can give you a better leverage over other candidates.
There were a lot of people who messaged us that they are working with marketing agencies in India and they are planning to move to Canada. So what is the kind of job scenario from the agency perspective, and also from changing from agency to brand side? So this was a different kind of experience for me as well, because all my life for 5 years I had worked with different marketing agencies in India, and I was shifting my whole domain to the brand side now. So it doesn't really matter. In fact, I think it worked for me that I had worked for so many organizations before, and now I want to work from the brand side. It didn't make much of a difference if I wanted to be on the brand side now. What they wanted to know was if I knew what I was doing.
And the good part was, since I have worked on the brand side and she has worked at the agency side, so we both just support and complement each other that way, is that whenever I need some sort of help and support, she's there, and whenever she needs some sort of support, I am there. So
Yeah.
that's the best thing, that we complement each other in such a way that it helps.
Pin me down, pin me down. Can't pin me down, pin me.
So now let's come to that point of the video which you all must be waiting for. That was the game-changing thing which worked for Sherry, and she landed this amazing job in this amazing company.
Yeah. So my interview was scheduled for just 15 minutes, and there were other candidates waiting for their interview after my 15-minute slot. But my interview kept on going. So I told you about what all we discussed. I told him everything I knew. So with all my experience, whatever I had known till date, I said that in that interview, and it went on for 30 minutes. But after those 30 minutes, when we were just signing off that interview and we were saying the goodbyes, I actually told them I want to tell them something which can help their company in their marketing initiative. So I think that was a little impressive for them,
Yeah.
that I wanted to, give few answers which they haven't even asked me. So I had done my research before, and that was Siddharth's idea, that, do your research about the company, have some ideas of how you can actually help them in their growth. So I looked at their website, I looked at their social media channels, I researched about them and their competitors. Now I knew where are they lacking, what were the pain points, and what better can they do with their marketing initiatives. So I took those 10 minutes and I gave them 5 strategies of how they can do their marketing much better than what is happening right now. So that was, I think, the game changer for me, and that changed everything. And I got a call the very same day. I gave an interview at 11 a.m. in the morning, and by 4 p.m. I had my job offer letter in my inbox. So this changed for me. This really worked for me, and this is one tip we really want to give you. Do your research about the company, have a thorough understanding of the industry and the competitors, and what can you provide them which others can't. So have some strategies in mind and take that initiative to just say that loud in that interview. Even though they don't ask you for it, just say I want to tell something, and these are my 5 points which can help you better your marketing in your company.
There is a section wherein they'll ask you if you have any questions, or if you have anything that you want to ask us or tell us anything. So that's the point wherein you can pitch in and tell them that probably I did this bit of research about your company, and I would just like to highlight some points if you'd be interested to know. So that's the place wherein you can really pitch in and show that you are really standing out from all the other candidates. And that worked for Sherry as well. She gave the interview on Wednesday and she was asked to join on Monday. So you can very well see that what impact.
My 2 minutes of taking that initiative to, tell them that I want to tell you something extra from not just what you are asking me.
Yes.
So that really helped me. So one major thing is be confident. It's okay if you don't have Canadian experience. It's okay if you don't have that industry's experience. Just be confident in your interview and say what you already know. Don't go out of context. Don't start saying things which you're not sure of, because of course they can counter question you. As I told you with my interview, it was very thorough. They grilled me from my schooling days to my last job experience. So it's not an easy interview. At least it wasn't an easy interview for me. So you need to be confident. You need to know what you're saying, and you need to know what you're writing in your resume.
Pin me down, pin me down. You can't pin me down, pin me down.
So few quick tips for probably better cracking your interview. Brand yourself on networking platforms like LinkedIn, the most important platform there is. And because the recruiter would definitely look at your LinkedIn, even if you're applying through Indeed, Workapolles, ZipRecruiter, or any other web portal, because LinkedIn is one such platform which gives the maximum attention and it gives the overall background about your profile.
So of course they are going to look at your LinkedIn once you have applied for the job. So it's important you have mentioned everything on your LinkedIn profile, and make sure there is no conflict between your LinkedIn profile and your resume.
Yeah.
Be sure about that. And also for portals like Indeed, make sure your resume is properly formatted when you are sending it out to the recruiters, because that's the first impression you are giving them. And if you don't have your resume formatted well, maybe you're just going to lose it there and then.
Yeah, because the alignment might break here and there, and if you're not using a proper format, we would prefer that use a MS Word format only, because that is easy to filter and easy, like the alignment is very like simple, and it gets read by the ATS system as well.
Yes. Also convert that MS document into PDF while uploading on any portal, or even if you are sending it through your email, because PDF restores the format.
Yeah.
With MS Word, it goes into other systems and formatting may ruin. So it's better you do it a PDF version that looks more professional.
Yep.
So that's another thing which is really important when you are searching for your job.
Also, make sure that you do your keyword matching to the job description and the responsibilities, because if you are not looking at the keywords or the job profile and responsibilities properly, and if you don't embed it into your resume, there are chances it might get rejected at the very first level itself, because most of the companies use ATS systems here, and at the first level, if your resume doesn't screen through, you are not getting through to the interview level as well.
Yes, we did give this as well as a lot of other tips about your resume building or job search in one of our previous video. We'll put the link in the description, or you may get an iCard here, so you can watch that video. Do go through it. We have given few really great tips about pre-landing as well as post-landing checklist of things you can do when you're planning to come to Canada, or if you're already in Canada.
Yeah, so make sure you watch that video of how we got our jobs when we landed in Canada, and that too in our own profile. So that's going to help you a lot.
And thank you so much for reaching out to us on Instagram as well whenever you guys watch our video and you find it helpful. But we would really like it if you can comment below, so that it's easier for us to reply to each one of us, because on Instagram there are so many messages and your messages may go down and we may take a little time to answer them.
Yeah.
So it'll be good if you can just comment down below, and we'll be really happy to help all of you. But you are more than welcome to reach out to us on Instagram as well. Do follow us there and look at how life in Canada is for immigrants who came here 2 years ago. And Siddharth will be completing his 2 years in Canada this month. So I think let's have a video about you telling us about your experience as well. Your 2 years in Canada.
We will be looking at that video as well. So if you like the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon. And until next time, take care of yourself, your family, and stay connected.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't care if you think I'm stuck up. I don't care 'cause you can't call my bluff. I don't care if you think I'm a clown.